5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
All right. Hey, how's everybody doing today? It's Friday. It's beautiful. I'm here in New York City, and it is gorgeous out. It is about 65 degrees. It's just a perfect day, and I can't wait for the show to be over. Be glad to have everybody on with me. I see we've already got a comment this morning. It's my automation is kicking in. Look at that. Welcome to Live with Neve. Well, today we have a really interesting show. First off, it is Friday, and it is Good Friday, so there are millions of people celebrating today. It is also Passover, the holiest weekend in Judaism as well, or one of the holiest. We've got Easter. I hope everybody, regardless of what you're celebrating, Eid, any of the above, please have a great, safe weekend. Enjoy your friends, your family, sitting around the table, having fun. And here we go. I've got my friend Brian Kuiper here from beautiful Indianapolis. He's out in Indy, regular viewer of the show and a good friend of the show too. I'm glad you're here. So today I have a musical guest on who's a singer-songwriter, and she's a member of the ISSA. ISSA is the International Singer-Songwriters Association. It is a multinational organization which caters to singers-songwriters everywhere at all levels. We have people who've had a Grammy. We've had people somewhere in between. And we got people starting up at the bottom. If you are an up-and-coming songwriter, singer, you probably should check out ISSA. There's always a lot of good advice. And the people who've made the climb to the top from the bottom, it's really fun watching people as they succeed in this life musically and in all things, for sure. I don't know what to tell you, but if you're just getting started, really check out ISSA. They're a good organization for you. And if you're already at the top of the world and you're making tons of money, well, join anyway to kind of help people. It's really what life's about, is helping other people. So check out ISSA, International Singer-Songwriters Association. I am the delegate here for Asbury Park, New Jersey. It's really all of this part of Jersey Shore area. We don't prohibit any musicians from joining us. At any rate, so today, speaking of this, I have a talented singer-songwriter, Miss Tracy Bickford. She hails from Florida, and she's just a singer-songwriter, and it's kind of interesting because talking to her the other day, she's picked it up and she's been doing it, and I'm going to let her kind of tell you about it. Good morning, Susan. We're glad you're here. Today, Susan, we have a great guest from down south, and since I'm here and alone today, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to bring Tracy on. She's going to be wondering, what in God's name are you doing? I just totally threw the apple cart out the window. Well, actually, I don't have an apple cart, so I'll throw the apple. At any rate, whatever you're doing this weekend, I hope you have fun. I hope it's safe. I hope you get to see lots of family, lots of friends. And remember, if you got a crappy family out there, there's lots of good people. Find a new one. Make it. That happens. A lot of people get really miserable around the holidays. So don't be miserable. Do what makes you feel good with the people that make you feel good. That can include just go do something different. If you got a bad family, we'll move on from them. It's time for some new ones. Same thing with friends. But at any rate, without any ado, we're about 4 minutes into it here on Live with Neve, and I'm going to bring up Tracy. She's lounging by the dock. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I am doing great. I appreciate you having me on your show.
Well, I'm glad you, hang on, I'm just adjusting your sound. Well, thank you for coming on my show. I appreciate it.
Pleasure's mine.
Well, I've been seeing, you around ISSA for the past year or so, and we finally get to meet in person. I
Yeah.
see you're in beautiful Florida. It looks like just a tremendous day there. I've heard the weather's going to be, look at that. And are you you're in Holiday or Newport Richie, or where are you at?
I am in Newport Richie. I am in Hudson, Florida, just north of Newport Richie.
Gotcha. Well, I've played all through there many, many times. I lived in Florida, so I've played all up and down the 19 and all over the whole damn state. So I've been on every mile of every road more than a couple of times.
That's amazing.
It's I came to Florida by way of New York, so it was weird, but I earned all my. I'm sorry. Say it again.
I said, I'm sorry. It's a big change from New York to Florida.
Oh, it is. It is. And I'm actually looking for a place to come back to Florida part-time at least. And, I've got family down there, and I got so many musician friends that, and I miss I miss it in the wintertime. I really love living up in the New York area, but that said, Florida, my family's there and I'm not getting any younger. So I'll hopefully be neighbors one of these days.
All winter long.
Right.
Yeah,
well, so tell me, how did you get started? And tell me a little bit about your history.
Okay.
I don't mean no medical history, just your regular history.
I know what you mean. I do know what you mean by that. Okay. Well, I just discovered, I guess it was in 2009, 2010. I got in a little bit of trouble. We decided that we were going to, I can say this, right?
You can tell it all. You're just among 9 million friends. Don't worry.
Well, my husband and I decided we were going to grow some marijuana plants and,
oh God,
help some friends that were in need of some, we believed it was, and we still believe it is good for medical use. And so we were growing some marijuana plants. We rented a house in Virginia, Louisa County, and a big farmhouse. So we went down to basement and thought it was a great spot. So we was growing 129 marijuana plants. Well, we got snitched and busted, long story short. But we went to jail. But when we got out on bond, I started thinking about all this crazy stuff that happened. And I started writing it down. And it started rhyming. So I'm thinking, let me just I'm going to write a story about what happened to make it all rhyme and make it sound cool. So I did that. And then I ended up writing a song. And it's called I Need $1 Million.
All right.
And I thought to myself, wow, I can write a song, but I didn't do anything with that song for a long time. It sat and sat. So I finally found a producer that could help me out with. I had no idea. I was starting from ground zero with all this. So I had no idea where to go, where to turn. I found a producer that was right down the street from me, very convenient. He can play every single instrument. And he plays. And
what's his name?
I'm sorry?
What's his name?
His name is Michael Chauncey. He's out of Hudson, Florida, right off of 19.
And does he have a studio there? And is it a commercial studio or home studio? Okay.
It's just like a little hole in the wall. It's a building that you open the door and you don't think there's anything going to be inside, but it's, you go in there and it's really cozy, and he has a laptop that he works off of. He's got a music programmer that he mixes and masters, but he plays every single instrument single-handedly. And to my song,
great.
I walk in there and I tell him, Mike, I got a new song for you. And he's like, great, I want to hear it. He'll pick his guitar up and I'll sing it to him, the melody. I want it. And he'll get it down and he'll add all the other instruments. And then when he's finished doing that, then I go sing it. After I sing it, I take it home. I practice a little bit, but then I go back and I sing it the way I want to sing it.
Right.
And that's how we usually work. That's how we usually work.
So prior to your marijuana bust, you hadn't had any real singing songwriting experience at all.
No, none at all.
That's really it's like the story of the blues. That's not a case of the blues getting hit for 120 reefer plants, which is, I'm sorry, I'm a medical marijuana user. I have a card and all that stuff. It's legal here in New Jersey, thank God. But I know that finally in Florida, it seems like you guys have a medical program. I'm not sure if you'll have any kind of legal cannabis anytime soon. Now, what have you heard down there? Is there any chance of it?
my husband and I were big advocates. We were getting petitions signed, and it failed the first year. We had to wait, and it finally passed
Right.
medically. It finally passed medically last year. Now we're fighting for the recreational.
Well, I support you in that fight. I think there's a lot of people in many cases, the punishment far outweighs the crime. I mean,
Yes.
really, you put people in jail for some weed. Just while
I
we're
agree.
talking about it, tell me, how did you get busted down there? Taking it in a little different direction, but what happened? Did they check your
Boy.
power meter, or how did it work? What
Boy,
happened?
boy, this is a really different direction. Okay, the gentleman that we were involved with that was helping us grow it had a girl on the side, but she was married and they had slept together. So after they'd slept together, she felt guilty and she told her husband. So her
Oh.
husband also knew what we three were growing. So her husband is the one that snitched on us.
Oh man,
Yeah, isn't that a twist?
the jilted spouse. Oh my God, it's terrible.
Snitch. I don't.
Did
We
he,
don't.
No, snitches, they're not good, but God
Nope.
almighty, especially for something like that. You know, if you're out there, people, just there's the 13th commandment, according to Neil, is just don't be a dick. Okay.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
I
I
mean,
hear
really,
you.
there's-
Thank you, sir.
You know, there's so much of that out there. It's just like, it's so easy not to do. And well, it isn't for some people. It's kind of ingrained in their.
Wouldn't you rather see the world smoking marijuana than have all the other stuff that is out there right now?
Well, you know, I have to say, I don't drink anymore. And I'm glad of it. You know, you get in a hell of a lot more trouble drinking than you will smoking a little weed.
And that's what
And-
should be illegal. Probably gonna get smacked for that one. No.
Well, you know what? I think I'm kind of a libertarian in these things. I believe that adults are adults and ought to be treated accordingly. And I think that, you know, any drug you want to consume, I come from the libertarian viewpoint that first off, it's your business. In many cases of really hard drugs, you know, the opiates, cocaine, things like that. Well, look, I've done it all and seen it all. I've been playing in a band since I was 10 years old. So I have seen every possible thing and permutation of what people do to get stupid. And, you know, it's out there and it's everywhere and it's on TV all the time, but being a drunk's no fun. And I know lots of people who've gotten off the alcohol by smoking weed. And some folks, some folks at AA will say that's, oh my God, you're terrible. But and there's others of us who just call it California sober because what works for one person doesn't always work for another. And
That's so true. So true.
You know, but you know, getting back to, I had to ask you that because we're a bunch of outlaws here. My co-host who's not here today, she is probably the youngest person to have a meth lab. We were talking about it on the show last week. And, you know, all I can say is that, you know, we kind of see how people on the other side of life live. And when I say the other side of life, a lot of people have no idea what people are going through out there. You know, they can have money, they can have family, they can have, you never know what's going on in somebody's life. And, you know, people can and do change. So, you know, I'm all about seeing people change and get better if they can. Right. But getting back to the drug thing, if you're an addict, like here in New Jersey, we have a wicked bad heroin problem. People are always dropping dead, having to get Narcan. You got some people that have been Narcan 5, 6, 7 times. After a while, when your heart stopped beating, you'd kind of think, man, I just died. But if you say, I've not only died, I've done it 5 times. Now, hate to say it, but we got people on diabetes that can't even afford their damn needles and their drugs. And yet we're going to revive junkies to the tune of $500 a pop. Now, I know people are going, oh, you're such a cold-hearted bastard. No, I'm not. I've had people with abuse of all things in my life, and it's a terrible thing. Yes. That said, it's sort of a self-limiting problem after a while. Almost everybody I know in my life who's had addiction issues with coke or opioids or anything, they eventually get clear of it, or they don't, and that's pretty sad. Don't. It's self-limiting though to a certain degree. I mean, I think if you're the guy, it's so bad about addiction is people will think that 5 times being revived is sort of cool and okay. Some people brag about it. Shows you kind of how confused some folks are. But again, I always hope that people can kind of get over that. And some folks, you know, just have the right blend of family or they just screw up real bad. I mean,
Right.
myself, you know,
Wake
I
up.
stopped
This is-
drinking.
this
So at
is
any
wake
rate,
up call.
it is. Some people definitely need one. I did, and I won't get into the gory details, but you know, I'm a lot more fun to drive with, let's say, when I'm not
Right.
on the whiskey. You know, in fact, driving the boat, same kind of deal applies.
Ah.
The boy, whoa, the dead rise lift off, man. I'm there to beat the drum, you know. But
Yeah, I love my boat.
I bet you do. So tell me a little bit now that you've got these songs and they're out there. Do you go out and do you perform with some of your friends at gigs and stuff? I know there's a lot of clubs up there.
Yeah, there is. I'm looking for a band currently. I mean, as soon as I discovered that I got my music out there and I'm trying to, you know, do gigs, the pandemic hit. So everything shut down. So I had to sit and wait, you know, and see what I could do. But since I don't have a band, I was able to go to a couple of places. Now, when my producer gives me my MP3 of all my music, he'll also give me the instrumental track. So I can do a karaoke.
Great. So you can karaoke thing.
Yeah, so I've done that twice. But like I said, the pandemic and then the pandemic hit. So we were all locked down after that. So I was, you know, the only thing I was able to do was internet, you know.
Right.
So,
well, that's how this show started for similar reasons. I was here, there was nothing to do, and my girlfriend said, "Do something, you're driving me crazy." No, I'm kidding you. She wasn't quite that way, but she just said, "You got to do something. You're going out of your mind. You're bored all the time." And I'm probably driving her crazy because when I'm bored, I'm always fidgeting and fussing around, trying to, you know, just being annoying in the background.
Not to be bored.
It is. I hated it. 2 years of that shit was just too much. But so here we are. I guess we're gonna go ahead. Let's play the cut from you.
Okay.
Everybody, bear with me if I do this without dropping us off the screen. Let's see. We'll go here. We go share. We go. Hold on. I'm gonna go here and hit play. Bear with me. Crime of Passion by Tracy Bickford.
He's got a sidekick going undercover, no, he ain't gonna show it. He thinks that I don't know it. Never let it slip, no, I ain't gonna blow it. No, no. He comes up empty-handed, all right, our last place he landed. There goes my mind, it travels. Watch my map, I plan unravel. Whoa, whoa. He thinks I'm blind, he's lost his mind, and oh, I'm the victim, oh, but not this time tonight. All of my demons come out to play. Just can't believe what happened. Bittersweet still drips down my face. The jury read crime and passion. Crime of passion. Here he comes now, sneaking down the sidewalk. He's thinking that I ain't home. Hiding in the shadow, got my finger on the trigger. Oh no, he isn't alone. Put her down, put him in his place. Never will forget the look on his face. He knew I had one more round. Point blank range, I took him down. And oh, he thinks I'm blind, he's lost his mind. And oh, I'm the victim, oh, but not this time tonight. All of my demons come out to play. Just can't believe what happened. The bittersweet still drips down my face. When the jury read crime and passion. Crime and passion. Come out to play. I just can't believe what happened. Bittersweet still
Craziness going on. All right. You know how it goes. Some days things just happen. That was one of your neighbors just popped in, Michael Allman. He lives not far from you guys.
Oh, really?
He has the Half-Eaten Peach. It's a record store down in Port Richey, I believe.
Nice.
What's it called?
The Half-Eaten Peach.
The Half-Eaten Peach.
Huh. I'll have to check that out. You're frozen. I don't see you. You're frozen on your screen. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I'm frozen too.
That's probably.
Am I frozen or is it you?
Nope. I hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Can you see me? Am I moving?
Yeah, you're moving.
Okay.
You're
Well,
live
I'm
and
frozen.
well.
As long as you can see me.
That's
it's good.
all right. We have a friend from Australia who's just stopped in.
Oh, Tom, thank you for listening.
Yeah, that's hey Veronica, good day to you, baby. What's happening down under? Not frozen in LA either. Our friend Toby's watching. The girl from Wilshire Boulevard. It's going to be about 100 out in LA today.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in.
Hey Tracy, let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and just take a look and cue up another song of yours, if that's all right. Let's see.
That's fine with me.
Actually, I'll have to play. I hate to do it, but I'll have to play the other one. Unfortunately, my YouTube is not up, and it'd take too much time away from the show. For those of you who've just joined us, we're having a great conversation this morning. I'm talking to Tracy Bickford from Florida. She is an outlaw, which always makes people dear to my heart. I like folks who push the envelope a little bit. And Tracy, to your husband and you, I hope everything's cool after your ordeal with the authorities.
Yeah, we're all done.
No, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you served your time, you did it right, and you're here, and I don't give a crap what you did wrong. Selling a little weed's pretty low on the evil scale.
I was righting the wrong.
I bet. Well, you know, for everybody watching it and hear that, she was writing because of this. She started writing, and here she is with us today. She's also been nominated. Tell us, what is this nominated you for this year? Is it Best Song?
Well, thank you. Thank you for asking. Yes, I have been nominated in 3 different categories. I've been nominated in the Best Female Vocalist, and I've been nominated in the Best Songwriter, Female, and I've been also nominated in Best Rising Star. Excellent.
Well, you know, congratulations, everybody out there.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and play your song again. I'm sorry we didn't have 2 queued up, but I want the folks who are just joining in to hear it. It's a great song, and I think let me go back here.
Go for it.
1 second. Okay, and here we go. YouTube should be it. Bear with me, everybody. There she goes. Excellent. All right. I'm gonna hit play.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Oh my God, where's it going? We're having hell break loose here.
Oh well.
I'm back.
Hell has broke loose. I'm telling you, I'm in the middle of a Peace World song. I'm almost finished it.
Now I know what's happening. I'm sorry, people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post this. I'm going to post this at the top of the page.
No apologies necessary.
That is a first. I'm kind of laughing. That is a new something that could go wrong. It's recording me off of. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
That got weird. YouTube was playing, and I hear myself through your speakers. Could you turn your speaker down a little bit?
Who, me?
Yeah. Are you wearing earbuds?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, technical problems aside, Tracy's a kick-ass singer-songwriter. and appreciate having you on. I really do. It's very
Thank you
kind.
so much for having me.
And with this echo stuff, guys, people, I'll see you back at 4 o'clock. We'll fix the echo. We tried a few new things today, and I'll be back. Thank you for watching. It's Live with Neve, and we're out of here.
And thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being on.
No problem.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.